Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk, thinking right out here in the lab. What I do, and I got way too much time in my hands to do what I do for you, but I'm loving it. I got something nice for you. Hope you enjoy it too. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. The message is story for life. I got one for you today. It's going to be fun. So, yeah, and I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. The numbers said you like what I do, so I'm going to keep doing what I do for you. Let's go. You know how we do it. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission. That's what I'm on, to get all my right thinkers to know thyself. So I pick out everything I could, come up with what I can. I got a good one for you today, real life lesson. So hope you enjoy it. Let's get it on. I asked the question, do you know you? It's rhetorical. But if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in, stay tuned. I help you with that. That's what I do for you. Help you to know you. Know thyself. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know, okay, they're spiritually asleep. It's okay. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my app, be true. This is going to be funny. I had come up with this concept. I had to put it down and share it with you. I shared it with my buddy, shared it with my mom. This is a concept. So right thinkers, let's talk about, step out from the book. I'm going off the dome today. I see y'all like the book lessons. I appreciate that. I love it too. But this is one I got to throw in. This is a freebie. This, right thinkers, let's talk about the spirits that don't make it home. I'm laughing now, but as I did the lesson, it got a little touchy at the end. So I'm gonna try to keep it light and humorous, so I had to worry about that little, because it's a little tough. But let's go. Whenever I talk about my man, it gets a little unfair. I'm getting better at it, so let's go. Right thinkers. Yeah. Now, according to my lessons, yeah, if you fail the judgment weighing in the heart, your conscience will be eaten and your whole memory, your life will be erased. No reincarnation for you, no going home, no party's over for you. That's the concept that I got about what I'm going through right now. Let me break it down to you. All right, I'm trying to walk into this. Hope you can understand where I'm going with this. So, you see now in all the hero journey myths, right? The son, the father always come back. Simba, the father came back. T'Challa and Black Panther, his father came back. Tell him what to do. Osiris, Haru, his father came back. Right? That's been the way it's gone. What the hell, my father, he came back yet? I've been saving it for Well, let me get a breakdown. So I'm understanding because I got a concept, I got a perspective on that. So let me that's my whole point, trying to get you there. I've come up with my own concept. I ain't saying this is what it is, but this is just my philosophy. All right, here we go. Every now and then I do that. This is one of them. But it dawned on me that why I haven't heard from my dad. God bless his soul, rest in peace, whatever. Yeah, but I know the soul of him went on. His conscience stopped there. That's why I keep him around. So I let him know, but man, I got you for as long as I got you. I'm good with that. You get a little touchy at the end, but that's the concept. So anybody, I get to that in a minute. But let me see where I'm at now. Number 4. Now, if what I've learned in all my years of studying, right, or spiritual connection, so, okay, in life, right, our spiritual connection is broken forever. I know now the reason why I haven't heard from him, and I'm not going to hear from him, it makes a lot of sense. Why? He didn't make it. I'm just saying, what do I tell you? Come on, man. My mom had a good laugh about that once I broke it down. We thought it was funny. Yeah, why? I talked to all my past relatives. Not to no women, not just him. Women, don't get it twisted. And none of them talk back. Nobody. Okay, so that part ain't a big deal. But I just say, well, anybody else want to come back and Luke? See, Luke's father didn't come back either. He chose the dark side. I know my man laughing his ass off. What's this? Yeah. So what happened? Now, when he learned in my studies, right? Once he passed on, our spiritual connection was over. He didn't trust me. Why? His spirit, when he put to the test, didn't pass, so it got reincarnated. So the spirit is in somebody else. He's done. Party's over. So that connection is done. But I'll continue. Like I said, I keep the picture, I keep the memory, and we do the same thing. But what's in my mouth? Yeah. But now, let's talk about ancestral worship. That's one of my personal things, and I haven't gotten into that the last few years. I find it rewarding and somewhat relaxing, to have a conversation with your loved one that you know from back in the day. I cannot see praying to somebody that I don't know, no ties to. So I just go down the list of people I can remember at the top of my dome, and some new, some old, but that's what I do, ancestral worship. See, and watch this. I personally call out the names of my ancestors daily. It's my way of keeping them around in my memory. Personally. Yeah. No, I haven't heard from none of them yet to this date. So no, ain't nobody talk back. Not just my dad, but my grandmother, my grandfather. Ain't nobody talk back. My niece, brother, nobody. How? Nobody. So I'm not bugging to my home. I'm talking to dead people. No, I got a personal concept about that, right? So I don't look forward to hearing no response from him or nobody else. Get that understanding. So, excuse me. I know. Yeah. I know if I make it home, you no longer are an individual. Here you're in the flesh, the individual got an identification. And your conscience is just, you know who you are. But my studies tell me, when you make it through, when you go back to God, you become one with God. So the memory of who you are don't make a difference. You become one with God now. It's going home. Okay, so another idea. Feel the reads difference, but the idea is you won't know who you are. You just know you back. The one you was with the other time. You just didn't know it. Okay, that's the concept. Watch this. Now, I worship, right? I don't know if you. Okay, yeah. I worship those that I knew in my lifetime, from my great grandmother on down, and I keep them in memory for myself. It's just between me and them. I'm keeping them in my memory. What somebody else do don't have nothing to do with me. Again, you set the tone for what you do for you. Excuse me. So now, and again, it's my way to keep in touch with my family in the afterlife or in another life. Again, those who didn't make it, I'm still keeping them alive in my time. So if they didn't go, that ain't nothing to do with me. I'm still talking to them. I'm still paying homage and respect to them. That's what it's all about. That's it. That picture frozen in time. I can only look back there and see my dad. I'm comfortable with that. Okay? Moving on. Now, what's this? You can talk to them, and that's right, but they can't talk back. Which, no, it don't go that way. The only voice that you hear from that is the one, God. Not a relative, not a family friend, no, God. Why? Because when they go back, that's when they go back to. Get the concept? All right, hope you do. So now when you talk to God, He will answer. Okay, that's who you're talking to, God. You ain't talking to the Father, no, you're talking to God, the one. But your ancestors, you can mention them, you keep them around. They ain't coming talking back. Understand that? And when we go back to God, we are ourselves, which is one with God. But we are God back in the spirit again. Understand that? That's what that means. The spirit is alone. He wanted back. So that's the mother concept. Remember, life is your gift, is God's gift to you. What you do with your life is your gift to God. Why? You do the right thing, you give him back the gift that he gave you. Life. Yours, your spirit. So selling your soul for a few dollars and some fortune and fame. Okay, here we go, excuse me. But that's just my personal assessment of how it works spiritually. But in the flesh, we are individuals, again, male or female. But in spirit, we all get it. See? Okay. So if you tell me that you heard from your dead ancestors, I'm not gonna hoop holler. I'm just gonna politely walk away. That's all. We got nothing to talk about. I'm not entertaining that. Aliens, we ain't having that conversation. It's wasting my time. Just moving on. Well, man, it ain't about what I believe. Simply that's what I know. If you don't want to talk about knowledge and knowing, you want to talk about belief or superstition, find somebody to have a conversation with. Listen, moving on. Now, in spirit, I'm spiritual. Again, I'm not crazy, so you can't get me with that. Not the one. Okay, that I'm spiritual, I ain't crazy, and that's why I'm not religious. Okay, I know dead don't speak, only God, and He's not dead. That's why He can only speak for Himself. He can't speak. Okay, understand that. Now, what's this? Here's the best part. I like this one. The reason you can't contact them, the dead, why? Because they ain't there. Okay, they's one or two places. They not what he know. No, when you put that body in the ground, nah, ain't nothing in there. That's just gonna go back to the ground. But the spirit, when it went to judgment, if he fell, ate the conscience, which is his heart, and the spirit moved on into another body. I'm not looking at my dad any different than anybody else. If he didn't make it, that's on him. I'm worried about me. Self-sufficient at this problem, self-survival. When every individual is responsible for themselves, he's responsible for his, whatever it was, he got to deal with that. I'm dealing with mine. Moving on. Watch this. Understand that. And I understand, good segue. I understand the spirit don't die. It reincarnates. It goes home. That's the one of two choices. And it goes back to its maker. Again, God. So if you live right and did right, you earned the right to go home. This is what the ancient Egyptians lived for, to go home. They lived right in this life. They was good people. Everybody said the same thing about them. Most spiritual people ever. Why? They knew the concept. They understood the concept and they lived it. Just like a good Muslim, Christian, or Jew. You live what you've been taught, live what you believe you follow. I live right thinking. Same thing. Ain't no difference. Okay? So understand that. When you pass judgment of Mayat for yourself, what happened? We move into the spirit to what? To become one with God. We lose the identity. The name means nothing. The physical part's nothing. You are spiritually back to where you come from. That's the name of the game. When you come in the physical form, you go back home. Not to keep recycling, keep going over and over and over, but some of us seem to like that. Moving on. Now, our personal ego consciousness, that's our heart. If this conscious mind don't connect with the heart, we become spiritual enlightened beings. Dun 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 dun. This can't speak for itself. It's gonna be heavy, so it got nothing to say. Dude, it's over. Party's over. They tell you back today, may your heart be light as a feather. We ain't had a clue what that meant. It means may you live, do, and be virtuous life, and you'll get what's due you. Okay? Eternity. If your ego person, only conscious is what dies. Write this. The second death. Remember, the physical body dies. Then you got the spirit that's got to go through judgment. If you fail judgment, that's considered dying twice. Okay, and their biggest fear as an Egyptian was to die twice. Okay, they knew the inevitable end of that was. They didn't want to do that. So now in spirit, we are all one God. In the flesh, we are what? All individual gods. But without our memory, we don't know who we are. Make a difference. Male, female, don't make a difference. Getting enlightened is your goal as human beings in the flesh. To become what? Back to where you come from, one with God. And identity, just like sex, is for the human beings, not gods, aka spiritual beings. Spiritual beings, we're neither male nor female, we're spirit. One with our maker, out of the flesh. Once the body ceases, we go one or two choices. Follow the body or go home. Simple. Okay. Hope you get an understanding. Let me wrap this up. Cool. I'm ahead of time. Good. Now, last one. Reason why I keep that picture in memories, to keep him near. I can always refer. Now, you see me do that a lot of times. And this is just using him as an example. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. It doesn't make a difference to me. It is what it is. It's real. So I use it for that purpose. It's a tool, a learning tool. That's my blue screen. I can use that example, use me as example. Don't make a difference. But that's what I do. Try to enlighten you. All right. Now, thank God for the picture. Wow. When I got mine done, I was 20 years old, something around there. And I just, for prosperity, I want a portrait, whatever. But I didn't know that was been a problem in my life. I didn't know it'd be the best years of my life. He just took a picture because I did it. You know, we prowling around like two big kids. So yeah, that's what happened. But now it's ended up being, and again, didn't know that one by me, but I got that one for prosperity. They go together, match and set. That's what he did. All right. And see, I talk to my dad every day. This one might get a little iffy. Let me stay strong and move through this and keep it humorous. I talk to him every day. Pointing them, no, yo, my man. But the fact of the matter, he ain't talking back. He ain't there. I get that concept. Okay, now we got a great relationship. Okay, wait a minute. On his deathbed, I'll never forget. He said we had a hell of a run. Cool, my man. If that's what rests you, good. I'm happy for you. But I talk to my dad daily, and we have a great relationship still to this day. I just do a talk to him. Okay? But we're still cool. Now, you see me refer to my dad in my life lessons. Why? Because I learned a lot about how to be a man from a man, my dad. Again, watch this. Now, this is the part. My old man was what you call a man's man. You know, his business took care of that dude. He just wasn't a good man, okay? Good man in the sense of doing, he did him. He was that dude, okay? He gonna get him. So I don't have a problem with that. He got to live with that. Again, those are his actions, so he got to be responsible for that. So I don't have my father's iniquities. That what he didn't do or did had nothing to do with me. But what he did for me will last me to my lifetime. That's why I keep it around. And it's going to be a learning tool because that's where I got it from. Last one. Again, I enjoyed him in the flesh. Cool. But guess what? I enjoy him more now in the spirit. Why? I control I dictate the flow. I get to talk when I want. He can't say nothing, do nothing but listen. And if it's good, I know he's smiling. If it ain't what he like, I know he's frowning. But he don't have a choice. I'm calling the shots. So spiritually, you want to do what you got to do here so you can go home. If not, you get lost in the sauce. All you got for somebody to carry your memory, your spirit is gone. Why? The heart was eaten by a man. That's the idea of judgment. So the idea is to continue to live on, not just in memory, but in spirit. That's right thinking. That's the lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Right thinkers in closing. May you live to be 100 and me 100 minus a day. So I never know that right thinker like you passed away. Rest in peace, Pop.